All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And I'm going to jump straight into this video. Lord willing, it's not too long. It's probably going to be a little lengthy, but not too long, Lord is willing. All right. I was just meditating on a couple things, man. Just meditating on how this man is a devil, man, and the earth is truly given into the hands of the wicked, man, and you know, he just destroys everything he touched, man. The so-called white man who was Esau, Idumea, Edom, but primarily Amalek, the chief house of Edom. I mean, they just destroy everything, man. Like the scripture says, their desire is as hell. All right. I'll give you a couple examples, which we already know. This man destroys the food. He gives us GMO foods with no nutrients. He feeds us nothing but carcinogen foods that are going to give us cancers. He pumps chemtrails in the air. His philosophies. I'll give you, for example, this right here. I just typed in transgender kids, man. Look at this crap, man. It is sickening. This man has to be taken down, man. How long? How long, man? Like the scriptures say, how long? And his time has got to be almost up, man. Look at this. DOCS transgender kids. I'm not even clicking on any of this nonsense. I just want you to see some of this. The best documentary ever. Transgender kids. My child is transgender. And they're all Edomites, man. They're off, man. They're off. Something is they're just not right, man. Kia Shapley, a trans girl growing up in Texas, born in the wrong body by a transgender kid. This is crazy. And even Jake, I guess Jake, what is this? No, Edomites again. But still, here goes a Jake right here, man. It's crazy. But it's like I said, it's Esau that allows this to happen, man. And I'm gonna get into the scriptures, but I want to let this little video play. Let me I had a bunch of scriptures lined up. I'm gonna go in the spirit, but I just want to give you some examples, man, so I can hit the scriptures. Yeah, let me let the video play first, man. He just destroys everything: the earth, the trees, the water. This man is just, he's got to go, man. He's got to go. No other nation that has ever ruled has ruled like this, man. This man is just out of control, And like I said, the Lord did that purposely. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai did that purposely so that we will learn our lesson, man. They are the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction, man. But anyway, let me let this video play, and then I'll come back with some scriptures, man.
Worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races,
way more beautiful than this, man.
Going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard
and it's not just the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. It's all the other nations, man. Where Yasharallah is not in power, so you can't say Yasharallah. It's the other nations, Moab, Ham, Ishmael. They're part of this too. Like I got the scripture, but primarily, it's Esau's fault because he's ultimately ruling Amalek. He's the top, he's the head, he's the ambassador of the heathen. Okay, this is his kingdom.
Happy birthday, and I feel the way that every child should sit and listen. Went to school and
destroyed
was
everything.
very nervous.
The earth is Idon, Eden, Idon. The whole earth was once Idon, was a paradise, man. Okay, look at what this man has done to it.
Tell me what's my lesson.
Good point, man. You can't even drink water, man.
Look right through me, and I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you. I find it hard to take. People run in circles, it's a very, very bad world. Bad world. Enlarging your world.
How many animals have been extinct? Anyway, you get the idea, man. Like I said, the earth is defiled, man. Destroyed everything, the water, the animals, you know. Let me see where I want to start at. Yeah, I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start with Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2 and 4. And this is talking about Esau, Edom, man. All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." All right, and like I said, they're just off, man. That they were the vessels of wrath made for destruction. The Lord made that nation to just show you, man. Okay, and the Lord said, "Who can make straight what I've made crooked?" Can a leopard change his spots? Can a Ethiopian change his skin? So how can you do good that is accustomed to do evil? Okay, and they are accustomed to do the evil. Salakia. They've had a track record, man, and it's followed them, and they're running from that track record. Okay, Cain, starting from Cain, he'd been running from that track record. All right, it says, I'm gonna start at 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, and that's his philosophies, man, his thoughts, his way of life, man. Homosexuality, you saw the transgender kids, whatever he thinks, he just spreads it everywhere, okay? Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is proud. He is a proud man. And Obadiah completely condemned you, man. Okay, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Okay, so we know exactly who he's talking about, man. That's why you want to go down there in Venezuela right now, okay? You don't keep at home. Just as Greece never kept at home, just as the Romans never kept at home. You are a proud man, okay? We know clearly who this is identifying, okay? It says, who enlarges his desire as hell, okay? That's everything you touch is hell. We in hell, okay? Your heaven is hell. The Lord, Isaac blessed you with the fatness of the earth, and you've turned it into hell, man. You spraying chemtrails, you polluted the water. That's why you want to go to other planets, man. And you're gonna defile that too. Man, that's why you gotta be taken out, man. Okay? It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death. And that's what you are, death, man. Okay, you are death. Everything you are a carcinogen, a virus that must be stopped. Okay, and the antidote, the remedy is going to be Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai returning, man. He's the remedy. Okay, and cannot be satisfied. You can't be satisfied, and ultimately you can't be satisfied because you gave that blessing up. So it ain't never sat well with you. It ain't never sat well with you. Okay, that's why you can't be satisfied. Okay, but hey, that's too bad. That's your fault. But gathereth unto him all nations. and heapeth unto him all people. Okay? And that's Esau. Okay? He destroys everything, defiles everything. Okay? And like I said, like Yahushua said, man, this was referenced in 70 AD when the Romans, how convenient, when the Romans sacked Jerusalem, okay? But this is going for this time. Jacob's trouble also, okay? It says Matthew 24 and 21. Yahushua said, for then shall be great tribulation. And he was talking about 70 AD, okay? When the Romans came and sacked Jerusalem, and we were dispersed all over, but mainly into the west coast of Africa. Okay, but what he was initially talking about. But it also goes for now, Jacob's trouble, man, because we heading into them times. Okay, you see the persecution has already begun. The next step is going to be the famine. Okay, they're already demonizing us. Okay. So it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. Because what the times you're coming into, it ain't gonna be none like ever before. Why? Because the Esau, the so-called white man, primarily Amalek. Okay, you Rothschilds, you Vanderbilts, you Gettys, you Duponts. You know what I'm saying? You can even lump the Bushes in there probably. Okay, the elite. That's what we talking about. The elite know. The elite know what time it is, and they know this is like the scripture said. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so they know, they're aware. Okay, so they're gonna come down with great wrath. All right, that's why it's gonna be a time like never before. Not to mention, the Lord said technology was gonna increase. Okay, so he got all type of stuff, man. I was just watching Apostle Elder Tahar mention the Panama Deception. You should go watch it. Go watch it. It's on YouTube. All right, the Panama Deception. That was very good. That show you what these devils, man, how they went up in Panama and did what they did, man. And they had the laser beams, man. It was melting bodies, man. So back then. So imagine how much more technology has increased now, man. This devil got all type of stuff he's waiting to unleash, all type of bubonic plagues. Okay, it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Why? Because after this tribulation, what? The kingdom of heaven is coming. Okay, where we're gonna be perfect. The Lord is gonna put the fulfillment of the second covenant. He's gonna put the laws in our inward parts. Okay, so we're not gonna go off. And so we're gonna be ruling with Yahushua forever, 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 and ever and ever. Okay, nor shall ever be. So this is the last go round, the last hoorah. Okay, and like I always say, the doors of mercy are swiftly closing. Okay, but this is the main point. And except those days should be shortened, and the Lord is shortening the days, man. He's speeding things up. Okay, why he put the spirit on those brothers down there in DC to go down there. I believe they're zealots. Okay, that's just my opinion. I'm not. That's just my personal opinion. But the Lord, man's going just of the Lord. So the Lord did that to speed up the days, to shorten the time for the elect's sake. Okay, if you can receive it. And it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh saved. Especially you look at how this man is defiling the earth, man, which is the main point of this video. Everything is defiled, even the children, man. So if this man continues, how are we going to reproduce? Okay, no flesh shall be saved. Okay, this man is a damn a Frankenstein, man. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde Scott is crazy. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh saved. But Salakia, this man takes seeds out of fruits, man. Why would you even think to do some wicked ass shit like that? This man just gotta go. Salakia. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Alright? Got another one, and then I'll get into the main one, Isaiah 24, okay? And we know this is Babylon was was that empire already fell. But this is talking about now. America is the modern day Babylon. Okay, the modern day Sodom and Egypt. Okay, um, the whore. Okay, that's set up. Anyway, you get it. All right. So this is referring to America now. Okay, this applies to America. It says, let's start get straight to the point. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and that's Esau, man. Esau has been a golden cup, man. Every if you look, even the Greeks, their ways of life spread, man. The Romans, their way of life spread. Their philosophy spread, and America's no different. Their way of life spread, man. Okay, because America is the rebirth of the Roman Empire. It's no different. Okay, and that's what it means. Babylon, America is Babylon. Confusion. This place is nothing but confusion. Okay, and like I said, it's been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. This has been the the Lord has babied this place, man. He nurtured it. Okay, He took care of this place. He built it up. If you want to call this place built up, they say America is what the greatest nation that ever has been on the face of the planet. They claim. Okay, so it says Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken, and that's what you see. Rome spread its philosophies everywhere, just as America has. Okay, it's no different. Okay, the beasts, NATO and the EU, they've spread their philosophy everywhere. Okay, so much that even nations such as the Arab nations that don't necessarily condone homosexuality, even though they perform it and they are privy to it, but they don't. It's not in their customs. I believe the Quran condemns that, but we know they do that stuff. Okay, but even they are mad, man. They legalizing, women driving. They're just mad. All the philosophies of Babylon, they just whatever America says is the law, man. Okay, he's making the even like you see with the uh in the video I showed you, right? It's not just America that's defiled and polluted. The whole world is polluted. Why? Because America puts its corporations all over. Okay, that's mainly what it does. It sets up its democracy, and then they put in their corporations, and their corporations infiltrate the nations, infiltrate the people. Next thing you know, you got Disney Channel on the TV, and they're putting subliminal messages in people's minds, and the food, and the McDonald's, and the this and the music. The nations are mad, man. Okay, you look, you look at some of the Arabs, right? They look like Americans, clean shaven. They don't wear their beards. You can't even tell some of them, man. Okay, it says the nations have drunken of her. I started with Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. That's all her philosophies, all her bullshit. Okay, therefore the nations are mad. Okay. But anyway, let's get into some what I really wanted to get into, which is Isaiah 24, man. This is what I really was meditating on. Okay, Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord, that's Yahweh, all caps. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty. This hasn't happened yet. Okay, this is a future prophecy which we are drawing near to. Okay, behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, so with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with his mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. Okay, so nobody's going to escape is what this is trying to say. All right, there's no escaping it, like the song says. All right, no, you can't run from the Lord's judgment. All right, the land shall be utterly empty, and that's talking about Jacob's trouble. Okay, it's going to be utterly empty during them time because it's going to be chaos in the streets. All right, and not to mention when the missiles hit, it's going to be utterly empty, which is really what it's getting to. But I'm just giving you multiple examples. All right, the men are gonna get shipped over to the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, they're gonna be dying. They're gonna be shipping people over there to fight that war. Not to mention the prophets, the land, the street, the chief places of concord. That's gonna be empty. Ain't gonna be no prophets. Okay, it's going to be a time like never before, and not to mention Salak is sidetracking. When they come for the prophets, when they come for the men of the Lord, the so-called Hebrew Israelites. I mean, not. I mean, so-called. I was going to say so-called black because we're not black. When they come for the Israelites, right? The true, they're going to come for everybody. The fake camps, IUIC, anybody that associates themselves with Israelites, they're going to come for you, whether you with GMS or not. Also, they're going to come for anyone that's against the government, basically. They're going to round up everybody, man. It's going to be a major persecution. They're going to come for the so-called conscious community. They're going to come for you guys. They're going to come for everybody, man. Anyone that's not down with this beast system, all right? Anyway, so it says, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken this word. The earth mourneth away and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. All right? And I got language for you so you can get what language means. Even though I know you probably know what it means, but let's get what language. It says, of a person or other living thing, lose or lack vitality, grow weak or feeble. All right? Weaken, deteriorate, decline. And that's what you see. The earth has been on a constant decline. Okay? Been waxing worse and worse. Getting wickeder and wickeder. The people, not to mention, be getting weaker and weaker, dying younger and younger. Okay? You see? It says the earth mourneth away and fadeth away. The earth has been slowly dying, man. Well, the earth ain't never gonna die because the Lord said that the earth is gonna live forever, you know. And there's no end of the people or the earth, right? But you can see that's what it needs to be. It needs a revamp, man. And that's what the thermonuclear destruction, the missiles are gonna do. They're gonna cleanse this place, man. Okay, that's what a tremendous heat will do. All right, burn up all this concrete, burn up all this chemtrails, burn up all this plastic. You know, they say Esau got shit that don't even fucking break down, man. That's supposedly gonna be, on the earth. We'll die thousands of years in certain like styrofoam. They say styrofoam will last forever, man. This man is a demon, but it ain't gonna last forever with that nuclear destruction. That's gonna burn all that shit up. It's gonna, melt metal, steel. Okay. It says, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish, and haughty is prideful. Starting with Esau, Edom, starting with Amalek. Okay, very prideful. Okay, very proud. But this is the main point. Isaiah 24:5. The earth also. The earth, because the people are defiled, okay, but also the earth. The earth also is defiled, all right? And I got the definition of defiled. Defile, sully, mar, spoil, all right? Debase, and he's the basest of men, all right? Like Job said, that's why it's defiled, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, all right? This is Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained. Let's see what disdained means. Disdained. To be considered to be unworthy of one's consideration. Scorn. Regard without contempt. The synonyms. It says refuse or reject something out of feelings of pride or superiority. Synonyms: spurn, reject, refuse. Okay? So what did he say here? But now, this is Job 30. He's talking about Esau, Edom. I'm trying to show you who this is, prove who this is talking about if you can receive it. All the scriptures I'm pulling is all talking about one nation of people, man. Like I said, the other nations are mad, like I said, but primarily it's Esau's fault, man. Okay, it says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the flocks, the dogs of my flock. All right. Um, da, 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 da. Let me jump down. Let me jump down to the main point. Hold on. Oh no, Salak, my bad. I had pulled that to show you something. It says, disdain, right? Disdain means rejected, right? So it says, but now they approve, this is Esau, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, right? And it says, whose fathers I would have disdained, right? Whose fathers he would have rejected to have set with the dogs of his flock. So look at this. This is Hebrews. This is Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. And like I said, that's why they hate us. Okay, that's why their desire is as hell and they can't be satisfied because of that birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. And what is this? One of the synonyms of disdain is reject, refuse. Okay, so Job is talking about Esau. But now they that are younger than me have I, Salakia, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. Okay, for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time desolate and waste. He's talking about Esau Edom, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. Well, when is that? When they were in the caves, all right? All right, Petra, all right? Caucasian means cave dweller from the Georgia Caucasus Mountains, all right? Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men, especially Amalek, man. When you look at the history of the so-called the Jewish man, Amalek, all right, not us. We are the real Jews, okay. But I'm talking about the so-called Jew. He was driven forth from amongst men everywhere that they went, especially the Rothschilds. Okay, they were shunned, man, because they did what? Nothing but wickedness, man. Especially usury. They love money, and they love to put them taxes on people. Okay, just as Rome did. Man, this man has a track record. He has a MO. He doesn't shift from it. It says, and this video going way longer than I wanted it to go, but Salakia. It says, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, because they are thieves, man. Steal everything, steal cultures, steal heritages, steal fucking lands. They steal everything. It says to dwell in the clefts of the valleys, in caves of the earth and in the rocks. That's Esau Edom, you Caucasians. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children, that's the main point. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth, man, okay? They were viler than the earth, children of base men, okay? It says back in Isaiah, Isaiah 24:4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people, the base men, Esau, Edom, okay, the children of base men. This is why everything is the way it is. And the nations are mad because they following off after a base man. The haughty people, well, why do they follow after Esau, Edom? Because Isaac blessed them with the sword. But ultimately, that sword is going to destroy him, man. He's going to destroy himself with that sword. Okay, because he that liveth by the sword, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Okay, that's the patience of the faith of the saints, which are Israelites. Okay, it says the haughty people of the earth do languish, wax worse and worse, smaller statute and in just in morally, just waxing worse and worse, languishing. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. Okay, They broke every law. The man and the woman, they broke that law. You can commit adultery. You can just lay with any old Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay. You can a man can lay with man. He broke that cut. He broke the land Sabbath. He defiles everything, man. He can't get right. Okay. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Why? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So if the earth is defiled, it's whoever's ruling its fault. Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broke the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. And check this out. Who is the curse, man? Who is the curse? Let's find out. Hold on. Let's find out who the curse is. Because this is all connected. Idumea, Edom, Esau, Amalek. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse, a people did that. A cursed people did that, a nation of people. Let's get Isaiah 34. Okay? The main point is in 35. It is in verse 5. 34 and 5. But I'm going to start at 31. Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear. The earth, the whole world need to hear this. And all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation, what's indignation? Righteous anger. The Lord is righteous. The Yahweh is right to be angry. He made a paradise for us, man. For Yasharallah. Primarily, okay? And it's just defiled and destroyed, okay? And not to mention the people, just mad, okay? For the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh, is upon all nations, including Yasharallah. He's pissed at the other nations, the heathen nations, but he's also pissed at 2/3 of Yasharallah, okay? And his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stank shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. He's giving reference to that nuclear destruction that I keep mentioning, okay? Dissolved, melted. He's hinting, okay? And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's the ultimate hint right there. Because when you look at when a nuclear missile hit, well, like the atomic bomb, that's what it looks like, a scroll being rolled together. And all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. This is the main point. For my sword, what's the Lord's sword? The missiles, plus the chariots, but primarily the missiles. That's his sword, that glittering sword. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Why? Because the missiles gonna light up the whole sky, man. They gonna block out the sun, man. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, okay, and upon the people of my curse. So who's the people of the Lord's curse? The cursed people? Idumea, Esau, okay? Let me read that over. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it's Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay? So like I said, that's the curse. That's the curse. What it say? Back in Isaiah 24. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have who has? The people of the Lord's curse. Idumea, Edom. Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. And that's what you see, man. But remember, the scripture said he can't get enough. His desire is as hell. It's all talking about one nation of people, man. And the nations are mad because they following after her. But guess what? They're going to get that judgment too. And 2/3 of you going to get that judgment if you don't repent. Okay? And they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. That has not happened yet. This is a future prophecy. Okay. Anyway, I'm about to shut it down to make sure I ran through all my scriptures. I don't think I hit Malachi, right? So let me bring out Malachi, and then I'm gonna shut it down to Revelations. Everything here is locked. Bear with me. Yeah, I'm gonna hit two more scriptures and shut it down, man. All right. Lord's willing, this was edifying. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Malachi. Let me start at Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh to Israel, Yasharallah, by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? And that's, slavery, all the hell we catching, man. We always at the bottom. Always at the bottom. Okay? That goes for the northern and the southern kingdom, man. Okay? I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, Idumea, Amalek. Okay? What else? Alright? And I hated Esau, and I laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom, see, Esau, Edom, Idumea, Amalek, they're all synonymous, man. All the same nation. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said, why? They were driven forth from before men, like Job said. Okay? That's why they said they were impoverished. Okay? Let me get that again to drill the point. Salakia, man. It's all connected. It says, Job 30:1, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. And remember Yahushua told the Canaanite lady, man, he was like, when he wouldn't bless her, she wanted to heal her, and then she was like, is it not good? He said, I'm not sent but to the lost sheep of Israel. And then she was like, he called her dog, if I'm not mistaken. I could have the parables mixed up, Shalak, if I do. But I believe that was the Canaanite lady, man. He was like, but anyway, she wanted to be healed or whatever. I think her daughter wanted to be healed, Salakia, or something like that. And then he was like, I'm not sent but to the lost sheep of Israel. And then she was like, he said it's not meat to give the dogs. He called her dog, basically. Basically, he was like, it's not good to, he called her dog, man, if I'm not mistaken. And then she was like, is it not meat? She was like, does not the dogs eat after the crumbs or something like that? So like, I butchered that, man. I can't remember right now. I don't want to pull it and look for it. So, but anyway, whatever, man. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Job 31. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to set with me with the dogs of my flock. And like I said, if you can remember that story, that's what that kind of reminded me of, man. He called her a dog, and she acknowledged that she was a dog, and that's why he healed her. Okay? But she was really rejected. Disdain means rejected. Okay? Refuse or reject. But he did it because she knew her place, basically. Okay? Salaki, I'm all over the place. It says, let me get to the main point. They were driven, Job 30:5. It says, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as a thief, to dwell in the clefts of the valley. So they kicked them out and drove them into the caves, right? So let's get back to Malachi. It says, whereas Edom said, Malachi 1:4, whereas Edom, Esau, Edom, Amalek, okay, the people of the Lord's curse, which you already proved, all right? Whereas Idumea, right? We got that already, okay? For my sword shall be Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay, so that's all the same people. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, and they have, and they defiled every fucking thing that they did. They returned and defiled her earth, man. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, that's them. Scriptures don't lie. Okay. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. Damn right. And they shall cast the Shalakia, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh had indignation, righteous anger forever. So the Lord hates Esau, Edom forever, and everywhere they go, they're on the border of wickedness. That's why the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That's why everything is destroyed and fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna shut it down on this one. The main point is in 18, Revelations 11 and 18, okay? I'm going to shut it down on this one, but I'm going to start at 15. Revelations 11 and 15. And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven, saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ, Hamashiach. So basically, Yahweh Shemyah, the kingdom, this hasn't happened yet. We're in the transitioning period. Okay? We transitioning it, all right? We coming. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, all right? And it starts with Yahushua, who you guys ignorantly call Christ, Jesus, okay? And he shall reign forever and ever, all right? So our kingdom is going to be forever because we're going to be perfect, like I said. The Lord is going to put the laws in our inward parts, so we can't go off because sin. The wages of sin are death. Sin is transgression of the law. Because you sin, you die. Okay? All the way back from Adam. Adam was supposed to live forever, but he listened to Eve. Therefore, he started sinning and dying. And like I said, the world has been languishing. We used to die men live 500-600 years, and the lifespans got shorter and shorter. Okay? Men got wickeder and wickeder. Jake got worse and worse. Esau got worse and worse. Okay? It says 16. And the 24 elders which sat before Yahweh on their seats fell upon their faces and worshipped Yahweh, saying, we give thanks, O Lord Yahweh Almighty, which art and was and art to come, which thou hast taken to because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and reign. This is the main point, 18. And the nations were angry. So all the heathens are going to be mad, man. Not just Esau. Amalek, Ammon, Moab, who else? All of them. Ham, Ishmael, Japhet. All the nations are going to be mad and angry. Why? Because they're not next. We are next. Okay? And our kingdom is going to reign forever and ever. When I say next, I'm talking about Yasharallah. Okay? And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. They're angry because they drank of that cup, Babylon, that Babylon juice. It was a golden cup, and the nations gobbled that shit down. Okay? Now they want to buck up. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged. Okay? And it says what? I gotta go back to I gotta go back to this. Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Revelations. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou should give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great. Okay? Because who's going to be redeemed? The elect, which are 144,000 out of each tribe of Yasharallah, and also the believers. Okay? 1/3 of Israel. Okay? That's small and great. This is the main point though. And should it destroy them which destroy the earth. That's the judgment, man. To destroy them which destroy the earth. Like I said, hey, by this video, you don't know who that is. I don't know what to tell you, man. But with that being said, hopefully it was edifying. I know it was kind of long. But like I always say, keep pushing, man. We almost out of here, man. We almost out of here. This is the year of Karagma, man. And shit is popping off left and right. All right? Stay diligent. Keep measuring the time. You know what I'm saying? And like I always say, shalom. Keep pushing. Shalom.